What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Got my buddy Paulo over here, and my boy Jeremy across the city in his
What's
office.
up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six.
And I gotta stop.
I'm Rob.
My thing here.
Got my buddy Paulo.
There we go. All right. Jeremy, why don't you say hello, man?
Hey, what's everyone? How are you guys doing tonight? Cheers.
So, as you guys can see, Jeremy is on set from his own home. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to Sipper Social Club. He's putting out some awesome videos. You guys got to check him out. Tonight, as advertised, we're going to be reviewing blind the Mac 1, 2, 3, and 4. I poured out in my old bottles of Mac 1, 2, 3. I poured out a sample for each. And the reason I did that is because I anticipated, not because I'm a genius, but because they put it on the bottle, that there was going to be an edition 4, just like there's still going to be an edition 5, as it says it right here. So I poured out these samples because I knew that I was going to be able to do that one day. Next year might be a little bit more challenging with edition 5, but we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we need to. Right now, what's going to happen is I'm going to give 4 glasses. Actually, I'm going to give all these glasses to Paulo. He's going to pour half of these samples into each of the 4 that are coming to me, or 3 anyway, and then a sample of this as well. Try to keep them, I guess, somewhat even, because then at least it's harder to detect. He's going to write a number, and that's about it. If you guys don't remember, Paulo was in a video with me a while back. What was it, about 6 months ago?
Cognac XO.
The Cognac XO video. So he was the gentleman that provided me with all those cognacs at the time, and he was also the gentleman that picked this up for me in Florida. You want to tell them a little bit about your pursuit? How many phone calls you had?
Very hard to find.
Yeah, these were pretty hard to find. They're slowly making their way into the U.S., right? So I think when you got there, they were just starting
to come out in Florida.
Yeah.
Other states had it previously, but Florida was just
one of the last
getting released.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they're not one of the last, but I'm pretty sure there's still a whole bunch of places in the U.S. that don't have it, right? So I'm just gonna pull up the chat over here because I seem to have lost it for some reason. There we go. All right, we got a bunch of people already in the house. We had some people earlier on. So while Paulo's pouring these, I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit and just pass them over to Paulo. All right. And I guess it doesn't really matter what glasses, because we're going to use some Sipper Social Club glasses.
Yeah, nice.
And then you don't have to number your own. You could if you want. I can number yours if you like. Whatever. All right. So we got Kevin in the house. We have Loch Ness. We have Donner Pass Whiskey. We got the Mash and Drum. We got Go Habs. We got Mark Broda. Make sure you guys tune in tonight at around 10. I think at 10 o'clock exactly. The Scotch 4 Dummies do their thing every Thursday at 10 o'clock. We have Claire the Third in the house, James C, Justin's in the house, Josh is in the house, James, I said James C already. And I hope I didn't, well, we got Rabbit in Red Reviews. I think that's the first I've seen that guy. What's going on, buddy? Ruslan, Dylan, Stewart, bunch of people in the house. Very nice. Thanks for joining. At the moment, if you're just joining us right this second, my buddy Paulo is here. He's behind camera, hiding from me, pouring some of the Macallan Editions 1, 2, 3, and the bottle of Edition 4 into 4 different glasses. I'm going to sip them blind. I'm going to give them a rating from 1 to 4. Or not a rating, but I'm going to put them in order. Jeremy, what do you got drinking over there?
Well, I'm drinking some Macallan as well. I just actually finished shooting a comparison video with Macallan Classic Cut and Macallan Cast Strength. I got a little Classic Cut left, so I'm finishing that off. And then I poured myself some Edition 2. I got an Edition 1, although I'm not going to crack it, unfortunately, for this. But I just brought it here to show everyone.
Yeah. I bought 2 of these at the time. And I wish I would have bought more, but I was lucky enough to have a super cool guy named Travis Faircloth send me 2 of these for what he purchased them at his local liquor store, which was $99 US. Insane, because this was what, like 6 months ago? When did we? So it's funny because for those of you watching, Jeremy and Paulo happened to be at my house the day that I cracked my first bottle of Macallan Edition #1. We all had it. We were all shocked about how good it was, I think. Jeremy can attest to that if you like. And both of these bottles cost me retail. Now they're going for anywhere between, well, you would know better than I would, Jeremy. What did you say earlier?
Yeah, Macallan Edition 1s are currently selling for about $425 to $475 US. I see them go like pretty often for those prices. So yeah, a lot more than retail, 4 or 5 times more retail price.
And whenever Jeremy talks, for whatever reason, this basement, there's a dinosaur that really likes him or something. I don't know, because every time he talks, there's a dinosaur that chimes in the background. It's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
Every single time. Back to the chat, we got Bob H. We got Scotch for Dummies. I'm thinking that's probably Drew. What's up, buddy? And then, like I said earlier, Mark Broda from the Scotch for Dummies is in the house as well. And then Karen Deep is in the house. What's up, buddy? All right, we got quite a bit. We got 36 so far. Are these? So you're gonna mark these, or you already?
I wrote it on the bottle.
You wrote it on the bottle, so you know just based on the graphics.
For the size of the first one.
All right. All right. So my Papa glass has 1, and Jeremy's I know, or I sip and I know things glass has another. There's 2 of those. We're gonna mix these up. You're gonna put maybe do you know which one was which now?
You have 2 papas?
No. But I just,
That's the third one? Just keep that as the third.
this is the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the third one,
I'll do the same as mine. Or what do you want to do?
matter. I'll just do it like that. So now we know that the one with the tape on it is the third one.
Okay.
And then the fourth one is blank. All right. So Paula's got it all sorted out back there. And then for you, you can do it however you want. It doesn't matter. But
I'll do it the same order.
yeah, you could do it the same order for.
Just so I can have some peoples.
All right. So I'm gonna start sipping this once he's done. Just got a super chat from the Scotch for Dummies. Thank you so much, guys. He's saying just because, really appreciate it. Like I said earlier, the Scotch for Dummies do the same thing. They're way better at being consistent at things than I am. I'm actually the worst when it comes to being consistent, and Jeremy laughs at me all the time about being the least consistent person. I said I was going to be on at 10 or 8:30. I think went on closer to 8:50. I'm not sure, but that's just seems to be a regular situation for me. But anyway, Scotch for Dummies on at 10 o'clock. On at 10 o'clock. Make sure you tune in for them. We will be off before they start for sure. Jeremy, out of those Macallans that you have right there, which is your favorite?
Out of everything I have here, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty obvious. I think the cast strength is probably the best one. Well, you can check out my review of that. I'm going to edit it probably tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. And then of the editions that I've had, well, I'll wait till you finish your blind test to let them know what edition I haven't had the 4, but of the 3, they're all really close for me. But I don't know. Okay. Edition 1 was my favorite, and then edition 2 and edition 3.
Yeah.
But they're all really close. Like I'd rate them within maybe a point to a point and a half of each other.
I try to go by wow factor, and that's going to change right now because I'm going to be tasting them blind, so I don't really know which one I like best to least when I line them up like this. But as far as wow factor goes, before I even start this tasting, I want to say that edition 1 impressed me the most right off the hop because it was just jam-packed with like aromas and flavors and all that different stuff. And then second was the Edition 2, but it's funny because I feel like later on the Edition 3 passed the Edition 2 for me. So, but the wow factor was 1, 2, 3, and then based on like my palate, I ended up liking it 1, 3, 2. So we'll see if that changes tonight, and I make myself look like an ass like usual. All right, so here goes nothing in the pop of glass that only Paulo knows. Let's get started. So one thing that's common with all three of these is the sherry is beautiful on all three of them, and they just all have a beautiful nose.
You can tell it's Macallan.
Yeah, right off the hop. The Mash and Drum, another awesome channel. I had an opportunity to watch some of his live last night with Scotty from My Bourbon Journey. Super cool guys. The Mash and Drum, really, really nice guy, Jason. So check him out if you haven't already. He says, cheers from Ohio. Thanks for dropping in the live last night. I didn't even look at the comment before. And your input on Scotch Journey. Okay, so check him out. Thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Really cool channel. He's reviewing some really nice bourbons. He's got some nice ones stashed too, so check him out. You'll get to see that. Also, quick hello to My Bourbon Journey and Peter White. What's going on, guys? All right, so on the nose, this one's absolutely stunning. I'm gonna guess that, I don't know, man. That's either the 2 or the 1. But I could be completely wrong, obviously, because this one smells exactly the same. So hard. Okay, so both are very similar on the nose, the first 2.
I smell it different.
All right. This is interesting.
So your 3rd or 4th?
This is the 4th. So back to 1. Just trying to pick out the most distinct.
I know it's tough. I know, like, when you cracked the 1, we were drinking it, and I thought it was pretty similar to the 2.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly more balanced. I thought 2 was maybe a little heavier, like sherry influence. 1 was a little more balanced, and then 3 was a little bit lighter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of. So on the nose, I'm not even going to attempt to make a guess because although I smell the differences, it's so subtle that it's so easy to like not be able to detect. So I'm just going to go with my favorite, and then that way I can't go wrong. So similar though, like it's crazy. Even the 3, unless Paulo tricked me and didn't add it in there, like even the 3 smells so similar to these ones, and it's not supposed to, because it's supposed to be by this, like in collaboration with this master perfumer. But
I want to tell you my favorite one, but I don't want to give anything away.
okay, so tell me, like as soon as I put it in, keep in mind which one's your favorite on the nose. Or we'll do it at the same time. How about that? So like I'll say mine on the nose, and then you say yours on the nose. Okay. I think now keep in mind that although they were in samples, so there's less oxidization that can happen in the sample bottle. The 4 is going to be a little bit more impactful here because it's the most freshly opened, I guess you can say. So I'm going to wager that this might be it. This might be the 4, which is the first glass that I'm drinking here. And then the rest are so similar on the nose that it's actually This might be the 3 here.
One has that stronger.
Stronger nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the one with the stronger nose is probably the 4, just because it's the freshly opened one. But you would think that it would be the 3 because it's supposed to be the strongest perfume-wise. Either way, I'm not gonna guess. I'm just gonna say that my favorite of the nose is the first one, and then probably
I'd go with number 3.
Yeah, and then probably the 3rd. So I was 1, 3, 2, 4.
Same.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 3, 2, 4, and then Paul is gonna let you know exactly what I picked after I taste them. 2 newcomers to the chat. What's up, guys? Nice seeing you in there. All right. So I'm going with number 1 on the palate. Man, that's delicious. Okay, keep in mind I don't know which one's which. This is completely blind for me. Paulo knows exactly what I'm drinking, and he knows what he's drinking as well. But number 1, very flavorful, very fresh, lots of fresh fruit. Number 2 is absolutely delicious too. Very different flavor profile, which I didn't expect. I think it might even be a little bit better on the palate, just softer, a little bit more cherry.
On the back.
Yeah. What are you getting out of that one over there, Jeremy? Give me some clues.
The Edition 2 for me, it's got a really nice like dark chocolate and milk chocolate note on the finish. I think that one. I think I pick up more chocolate on the Edition 2 than any other editions.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out right now. So I feel like the one I just drank right now might be Edition 2. And the only reason I feel like that is because Edition 2 is the one that I was most familiar with. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like that might be
Very
it.
distinct.
Yeah.
Compared to the other 2.
Yeah, so far. And I think that dark chocolate note that you were just suggesting, definitely dominant here.
I'm also more familiar with the number 2 also. So.
Yeah. I think most people are, because when all that craze happened with number 1, everybody ran out and grabbed a bunch of number 2, right? So.
Go Habs is making a point earlier. He was asking like what edition is closest resemblance to the 12 sherry, and he's saying some 12 sherry's got them chocolate. Yeah, and the 12 sherry I get a lot of like fudgy chocolate notes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So probably what then, the 2? Would you say?
Is the closest?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go grab the 12 right now, and I'll pour it and see.
Yeah, you have one open.
Different again.
I feel like that one's probably Edition 3. Now that I'm tasting it, but I could be wrong. Just different. It's a little different than the others. All 4 of these are surprisingly pretty different. I'm gonna tell you guys which ones I think taste most similar before I give before Paulo reveals which one is which, because then I think that'll also help these guys go out there and, if it's not the Edition 1 that was my favorite, then that's maybe a good sign for some of these guys, right?
On the nose, they're very similar though.
They're all very similar. Yeah, they're all very similar. And it's crazy because the 3 is not supposed to be similar to these, right? So I'm going to do one quick run through. I'm not going to talk too much about it. And then I'm going to put them in order from my least favorite to favorite, or favorite to least favorite. So definitely the first one here is the most harsh, flavor wise. Like it has the most peppery elements to it, I think. Yeah. 2 might be the second softest, but it's got really nice flavors and a nice balance to it. Threes, again, super smooth, really nice flavors. Maybe the most viscous out of the first 3. Maybe the most viscous out of the 4. But the last one is the most easy drinking of the 4, in my opinion. It's just super smooth. It's got a lot of flavor. It's a little softer than the rest on the nose. Like it's not as powerful on the nose than the rest of them, but flavor wise, it's man, this is hard. This is way harder than I thought. Damn. All right, Eric Waite's in the house. What's up, buddy? Jason Coates is in the house as well.
Similar to the 2, I find the 4th one that's smooth, but it has a little more to it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, last one, and then I'm gonna pick. Sorry, guys. I just want to do right by you. Okay, that's my favorite. So 2 is my favorite. Three is my second favorite.
I didn't even say anything, and it went off. It's not my fault.
Man, that's tough. Actually, hold on.
Which one are you debating between 2 and 4?
2 and 4. No, 3 and 4.
3 and 4, sorry. As
Oh,
your
yeah,
second favorite.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this, and it's close, man. 4. So my number 1 comes in 4th place. I'm not sure which one it is, and Paul is gonna tell us very soon. So 2, 3, 4, and 1. Final answer.
Final answer?
Final answer. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Paul is about to do the big reveal right now.
So glass number 2?
Glass number 2, which was in 1st place for me.
Hold it in front of the cameras.
So there's no lying here. What do we got? Edition number 1. All right, so I picked edition number 1 the first time, and nothing's changed there. Unfortunately for people that can't find this bottle, I apologize, but it seems to be my favorite. Thank you very much, Eric Wade, for the super chat. He's saying, are any of these as good as the Macallan Classic Cut? I'll be reviewing it soon on my new whiskey studies channel. I think all of them are almost as good. The Classic Cut just gives you that little bit more robust flavor, but on a nightly basis, I'd probably go with these over the Classic Cut. This was number 3, and that was my second pick. So that is edition number 2. So edition number 2 is my number 3 this time. That's a little bit different than the last time around. edition number 3 finished in second place for me the last time around. So, but that wasn't blind. This is, so makes a difference.
Yep.
Number 4 was my third place, and that's edition 3. So edition 4 finishes in last place of the tasting.
I think because it hasn't opened up yet.
And it could be because of that. And like I said, I mentioned it earlier. This is a relatively new bottle, although
Maybe a week.
yeah, it's about a week. It's exactly a week because you were here last Thursday, I think. So Paulo and I opened this last Thursday when he brought it from Florida, and it's still needs time to open up. Is it amazing? Yeah, it's still excellent. It's still a great buy. But I mean, the blind tastings don't lie, right? Like, it is what it is. I didn't know what I was tasting. How did you rank it? Just so, because you knew, right? So I'm curious what you thought.
If I had to rank it, I'd rank the number 1, even though number 1.
Yep.
I'd put the number 2, 4, and then 3.
Okay, so there you go. So honestly, they are interchangeable. I felt like 2 and 3 were more. Wait a second. That's 3. The one with the sticker was 3. So a little correction here. And the only reason I remember, Jeremy, I put the sticker on 3, remember? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, well, we can rewind and edit this afterwards, but
Yeah, that was the third one.
Yeah, so
the Papa was
1, yeah, and then it was I sip and I know things, and then that was 3.
Yeah.
So my palate stayed exactly the same as it did the last time.
Yeah.
The only difference is the edition 4 came in last. So edition 1, edition 3, edition 2, edition 4. And it's funny because I said that's how I felt about it to my friend Peter White about a few days ago or something like that. And yeah, see, James C said sticker is 3. Yeah, so that's right. So edition 1, edition 3, edition 2, edition 4. So if you haven't already, go pick up an edition 3 if you trust my opinion, because honestly, I love it. I think it's fantastic stuff. And it was tough. Edition 2, and you guys saw me. I was going back and forth, and I do think Paul is right. I think edition 4 has to open up a little bit more, and it'll be that much better. But there you have it. We're gonna stay on for a little bit longer because we have some time, and Paulo and I are gonna open up an edition, a Highland Park 21-year-old for you guys. All right, so you want to do the honors? It's in the. All right, so and perhaps we'll give away a sample of the Highland Park edition, or I keep saying edition because we just did edition. So Highland Park 21. Jeremy, do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I think giveaways are always a great idea, especially with it.
All right, so we have here the going extinct Highland Park 21-year-old that I'm going to open up right now. Right there. All right. We have 2 fresh glasses behind us. And here we go. What's a good question? Jeremy, I'm going to let you come up with a question for how these guys score a sample of this.
Oh my god. All right.
Park 21-year-old.
Good question the last time, actually.
Okay. You reviewed the Highland Park 25-year-old on your channel, right?
Yep.
All right. Here's the question. You remember what you scored it?
I do.
Okay. Is it going to be the first person to answer?
Yeah. So first person to answer. Actually, how about this? Like, you brought up a good idea, but the thing is, because I do letter grades, it's a little easier.
Okay, I got a question. I got a one that's not a letter grade.
Okay, perfect. Go
ahead. What was the ABV of the Highland Park 25-year-old that Rob reviewed?
There you go. These guys are all putting grades. Let me listen to the question.
Just to reiterate, the question is, what was the ABV of the Highland Park 25-year-old? You know what it was? I don't even remember.
I do.
I can go check. Hold on.
It's either, I think Mega John Conrad has it correct, I think, but keep guessing if you know better. And then Jeremy went to go check. I do have another bottle of it if he doesn't find his. But I think.
All right, so whoever said 45.7.
That's right, yeah. So
You're right.
So Mega John Conrad got it correct first. Mega John Conrad. So Mega John Conrad, I'm gonna put Peter White put 48.1. I wish it was that one. I wish it was that one. That's an old version. I'm gonna put my email at the bottom. Send me your contact, your address, and you will have a nice sample of the Highland Park 21-year-old that we have here, which is actually 47.5%. So the two numbers reversed. Have you tried the Highland Park 21, Jeremy?
Yeah, I have tried the 21. I tried it at an LCBO, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. Honestly, though, I think the 25 is just that much better. And I think the 18 is pretty comparable to the 21. I'd rather have a couple 18s than the 21, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I had the only time I had the Highland Park 21 was with Nicholas Villalan, and I probably butchered his last name, but he was the old Canadian ambassador for Highland Park. Now it's Cameron Miller, but Nicholas let me try the 21-year-old in that video, the 25-year-old in that video, and I think and a couple of Macallans as well. And the 21 really stuck out to me because I hadn't tried it up until that point, and I was super impressed with how smooth it was. And I just love the nose on all Highland Parks, like that salinity and the mixture of like sherry and bourbon cask.
Yeah, I like the little smoky note here on the finish. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm gonna just finish up my glass of Macallan Edition 1 while the 21 is sitting. While you guys are sitting in the chat, I'm very curious what you guys think. If you've tried all four, list your favorite to least favorite. And then this way, the people that are looking to buy will be able to have a better idea of what they should look for. Jeremy, you could do the same, or you already said that. You already said it earlier, right?
Yeah, I think for me, Edition 1, it was my favorite. Then Edition 2, then Edition 3, but I would score them all within a point of each other, so all really close.
Yeah. Honestly, though, the Edition 1 is just so soft. It's so soft. It's like filled with like cherries and like, I don't know, just beautiful. Told Thomas, what's up, buddy? Mike Snook's in the house. What's going on? He's saying best is 1. Sky Talon saying Macallan 3 is greater than Macallan 4. I can't get my hands on 1 or 2 in his area. All right. So I agree. I think, like I said here, the Edition 3 is my second favorite. Stuart McDonald, unpopular, but 2, 1, then 3. Interesting. Listen, man, honestly, there's no right answer to this. That's what I love about tasting whiskey is like, you can't get it wrong. Nobody's wrong if they like one better than the other. That's what they like. That's just what it is. That's all it has to be, right? What's your favorite? You said it already, right?
1.
1?
And just going back to what we were talking about before with the Macallan 12 versus the Edition 2, I think someone commented that they thought the 12 was a little bit lighter, and it definitely is lighter. The Edition 2 is a lot more robust, a lot more like heavy kind of sherry, heavier chocolate and fudge notes.
Yeah. I wonder if the 12-year-old will be more similar to the Edition 1. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're around the same age. It's just they bottled the Edition 1 at 48% as opposed to 43%. They didn't chill filter it and all those other things.
What's the ABV on the 12?
43.
43, yeah.
Yeah.
James C says, dinosaurs go raw. You guys see my basement? This is like a little nook in my basement. The rest of it is all like kids' toys and stuff like that. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, James C. I really appreciate it. When I move to my new house, I'm hoping to have build a substantial bar with, no kids' toys in the same room. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I hope to get rid of 90% of these toys because I think my son finds one and then plays with that all day. And
I think you should put it in your set because it's been
the
part
dinosaur.
Of,
I know. I feel like every once in a while. Yeah.
You'll be like Jason Whiskey Wise with this little monkey dude.
The monkey.
Yeah.
Go Habs is wondering what size this shirt is. This is Jeremy's shirt, and it's a medium. He can confirm it's a medium.
Extra small.
I knew you were gonna say that. Kevin's saying it's a medium. So he says. Skytown saying Jason Whiskey Wise is a bit too handsy with his monkey.
Yeah, he's got Curious George syndrome going on with that monkey.
Mr. Bananas. Good stuff. What's everybody drinking tonight? Is everybody drinking Macallan, or are we doing something different? So, another valid question, and Jeremy and Paul, you guys can both answer this. There's a difference between what you like best in a whiskey and what you would choose to drink every day. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that, Jeremy?
Well, elaborate. What do you mean exactly?
So, we tend to agree that we love cask strength whiskey, but cask strength whiskey is one of those things where I'm not gonna go for it every single day just because, sometimes I just want something relaxing and soft and just easy drinking while I'm watching TV or whatever else, right? Do you feel the same, or are you different?
No, I think I'm different. I think I don't know. It's weird for me because I just want to try new stuff, and I'm always trying to experiment with new things or adding water to this, adding water to that. I have a bottle on the shelf that I just cracked and I let it sit for 2 months and I want to see how it's changed. So I'm not really looking for something I just want to chill with something. Actually, that's not true. When I go drink outside at night, camping around a fire, I want a heavier whiskey. And if I'm just sitting, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, I agree with you. Yes. Yeah.
Honestly,
circle around. Yeah,
I'm like you. I want to open. Honestly, if I could, I would open a new bottle every day. I want to try something different every night. You know what I mean? It's almost a waste for me to have a lot of whiskey because I'd rather just try a sample of something different every day. But there are days where I'm just annoyed with everything else, and I think the dinosaur agrees with me. Where I'm just gonna pour myself a Bunnahabhain 12, and yeah, exactly, or whatever I have in my cabinet that's light, but a nice ABV that you're getting that punch, but not overly, and I don't have to add water or play with it or whatever. Worry about it burning my palate. I don't know. That's just me. But let's go through some of these, and then you can. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. You agree, or yeah?
Depends on who I'm with too.
Yeah, that's a big factor too. Who you're with matters, right? If I'm with people that don't really love strong whiskey, like I'm gonna pour something 43%, and we're all gonna enjoy it and whatever, right? Yeah. So Bob H is drinking Glendronach 18, very nice. Dry Night for Kevin. Mac Classic Cut for James C, very nice. Mr. Bananas hasn't walked right for years. That's just not nice. Not nice. Go Habs. I'm still trying to figure out the identity of Go Habs, but Brolic whiskey, no Mac in the house, in this house. All right, what are you drinking then, Brolic? Loch Ness is drinking Aberfeldy 16, very nice. Sky Talon Highland Park 12, which honestly I love, and for the new price at the they dropped Highland Park 12 $10 at the LCBO, and they're gonna keep it that way. And I think that was a great decision because there's not much that you can get at that price that's better. Yeah, there's nothing. So,
that's one, right? That could be like your everyday.
Yeah, that's a great everyday. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Where was I? Ruslan's drinking Cavalon Solist Vino Barrique, very nice. Mega John Conrad Dalmore Cigar Malt. Stuart McDonald's drinking Ardbeg Corey, very nice. Dylan is drinking Tomatul 14, Natural Color, Unchill Filtered, 46%. I don't think I've tried that. I definitely haven't tried that, actually. Jason Coates, Yamazaki 12. Go Habs he was drinking Mac 12, but he's all done. Mike Snook, Russell's Reserve, 55%. Very nice. Macallan Quest, I saw that up. Dan E, very nice.
Isn't that a duty free?
That's a travel exclusive, and I've been dying to try those. I want to try
There's 4 of them, right?
Yeah. I want the Enigma because that's like 44% or something like that. But we'll see what happens. Toph Thomas is drinking Yellowstone, very cool. Andrew is drinking Brook Laddie beer barley. I can't remember how that's supposed to be pronounced. Bear barley. I don't know.
Well, I've moved on to the Glengoyne 15.
Very nice. Yeah, Glengoyne 15's a very good one as well. And then Mega John Conrad just emailed me. He's very stoked. I'm happy that you won, buddy. I'm happy you're excited. Tim is drinking Law 40 Cash Strength. Very nice. Matthew Waters is drinking Cavalon Sherry Solist. And Travis Faircloth, I was just singing your praises about 10 minutes ago, maybe a little bit longer. The Macallan Edition number 1 won. And we're not surprised, and I owe it to you, buddy. So thank you very much. And then Jason T is drinking Val Blair 1999, which I really want to try because I heard great things about that. I haven't tried it yet. Dylan's saying Highland Park 12 for $70 is the best value single malt out there. Honestly, in Ontario, he's right. There's not much better. That's $70, I don't think, personally. Balanced. Salinity, sherry, bourbon, like all that flavor that you're getting out of that dram, yeah. And a touch of peat, not much, but. And then Karen Deep is drinking Glenmorangie Signet, very cool. Yeah, Travis Faircloth, we drank these blind. It went edition 1, edition 3, edition 2, edition 4. So that's the order. And that's just me. I don't know. I picked edition 1, 3, and 2 in that order before, and that wasn't blind, but this was completely blind, and that's how it went down.
1 will always be.
I don't know why though. Like,
now.
I mean, at the end of the day, I haven't tasted the 1 in a while. It's been a long while.
And
right?
I think even the 4, even though you placed that last, I think if you waited a while, it would probably move up.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like that bottle is that much gone. You know what I mean? It's been a week. So in a couple months, that might be my favorite. Who knows, right? So anyway, we have the Highland Park 21 here.
I remember the edition 2 needed like a lot of time to open up. It needed like a month at least.
Yeah.
Bottle, maybe 2 months, and then it got that much better. So
I mean, none of them are bad. Like they're all excellent right up the hop. I feel like they're all really, really good. It's just some of them get really like a lot better with time. You know what I mean? I think the Edition 2 opens up the most out of the first three anyway.
I think that's the most robust out of all of them.
It is the most robust. Yeah, I agree.
Opening it up right off the bat.
Yeah, and because of that, it's also like the most drying. Like I find like there were nights where I would have a glass of the Edition 2, go to bed, and wake up needing like a gallon of water. Yeah, like it was crazy. I would brush my teeth, go to bed, and need a gallon of water the next morning. And like it happened like 2 or 3 different occasions, which I found very surprising. Check out the like solidity and like beautiful sherry notes coming off of this one. Cheers, by the way.
You get that smoke.
Jeremy, do you have any Highland Park there open?
Yeah, I got the 25 and I got an 18 somewhere. But what I'm doing right now is I'm doing this comparison. I put this up on my Instagram, like a vote of what one people preferred, and this one won out by like 60 to 40%. And I haven't really done a side-by-side with these before, so I'm going to do it right now.
I'm curious to know what you think, because I feel like initially when you take all things together, you're going to think that the Glendronach should win, but I feel like the Macallan might end up winning. I'm not sure, but that's just my opinion. Whiskey Throttle just joined us, I believe. I didn't see him earlier. What's up, brother? The higher ABV on like Travis Faircloth is saying, the higher ABV on the Glendronach 18 kind of almost makes it an unfair comparison because you have unchill filtered, 46%. But honestly, if there's any 43% 18-year-old that can stand toe-to-toe, it's I think the Mac 18. So
I think the Mac 18, I think the main difference between these two for me is the oak. And I think I like the oak influence on the Macallan 18 more than the Glendronach. I think the Glendronach, the whole line has this kind of like underlying oakiness that I think for me kind of holds it back from being a more like epic whiskey. But yeah, I think it's the Mac, not by much, but if you're not including price, I would take this every single day.
So if people are curious and they're just joining us now, my buddy Paulo joined us. He's the handsome, kind fella that picked me up this bottle of Edition 4 from Florida. And he also was involved in a video I did a while back, which was a cognac video. We did 4 XO cognacs head to head. If you haven't watched that video already, go check it out because it's pretty cool. And if you like cognac, I think that's right up your alley because it gives you, like, we kind of did something similar to what we did tonight.
Blind testing. Yeah,
blind taste testing. And it'll give you an idea of what XO to invest your money in if you trust my palate, right? So what's the verdict over there, Jeremy? What do you think?
Yeah, it's the Mac 18 for me. I think it just fits my palate better, and I like the oak influence in the 18 better than the Glendronach.
I'm not surprised you said that because I've never done them head to head, but I mean, Mac charges astronomical prices, and they view their product as a Rolls Royce of products, right? But it's for good reason. It's not because they're Mickey Mouse. It's because they know exactly what they're doing, and they've been doing it well for many, many, many years. You know what I mean? So that's excellent. This is incredibly smooth. This Highland Park 21-year-old. It's got the perfect amount of like salinity and peat,
yeah.
And like
all around.
I mean, if you're a peat lover, this is obviously you would want a little bit more peat than this, right? But
I think it's perfect.
It's awesome. It's really, really nice.
47.5. It's not very hot either.
I'm surprised they're not making this anymore. I feel like they're only not making this anymore because they don't want to make it at 47.5%. They want to make it at a lower percentage, which is a a little bit unfortunate. Daniel's asking you, Jeremy, where his T-shirt is, but he put me in, he highlighted my name and said, "Where's my T-shirt, Jeremy?"
So he's asking you to ask me for his shirt.
Basically, yeah. This one won't fit you. It's a ladies extra small. So,
yeah, Daniel, I got a shirt for you. Follow my Patreon and you can have one.
well played. So it's 9:35. We'll stay on for maybe, what do you guys think? 10 more minutes is cool with you guys? You guys good with 10 more minutes? Give about a 15-minute buffer before the Scotch 4 dummies jump on. Is that cool with you, Jeremy?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'm here all night. I'm just watching the football game, drinking scotch.
So tonight's opening night, right?
Yeah, first game.
Game of the year.
Is it game of the year?
Yeah.
I don't follow too much football anymore. I used to be a big Miami Dolphins fan. I don't know why. I just but I stopped watching football a while ago. I think part of the reason I stopped watching football was the gambling. Like I felt like so many people just watch football for the gambling, and it kind of just made me stop watching it. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, but
that's why I mean, people ask me who my favorite football team is, and I say whoever I have money on, because
whoever pays you.
That's right.
Pretty much. Claire the Third is saying the Falcons versus the Eagles tonight. So I'm curious, the new Nike sponsorship of the football player that decided to kneel during the national anthem. A lot of my viewers are American, and not being American, I want to know, like, just a yes or no. Are you guys in agreement with what Nike is doing? You guys don't have to answer, of course, but I'm just curious. What do you guys think?
Look at John Conrad is asking, is the HB21 more of an ex-bourbon cask or a sherry cask?
It's a blend. It's a blend of both sherry and bourbon, but it's a nice balance. And this is what I want. I hope through my journey, what I've felt is when I first started drinking scotch, I was drinking anything I can get my hands on, and I started to move towards heavily sherried whiskey. All right, and I still love it. Don't get me wrong, but I've then turned toward stuff that's a little bit more balanced, because I feel that, like, when you just have that heavy sherry, you're not actually getting to enjoy the fundamental, like, whiskey, like the natural spirit that the distillery makes. And I feel like I love Glendronach, but I feel like Glendronach hides their spirit the most by being, like, so influenced by sherry. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I love Glendronach, but that's just how I feel. A bunch of people don't care. A bunch of people think they're hypocrites. We're talking about the Nike thing again. Colin Kaepernick is, I don't know if he's yay or nay, but he just said Colin Kaepernick. That's crazy. Mike says he doesn't care. Claire the Third says FK Nike. So I'm not surprised by his comment. Football is less than, this is not a ball. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess. All right. Eric Wade saying that a football is not a ball. He's probably right. It's more of like a, I don't know what it is. Skytown saying F football, watch hockey. I love hockey. Honestly, I can't wait till the hockey season starts. I'm dying to see what the Leafs do this year. What are your predictions for the hockey season this year, Jeremy?
I think the Leafs have a good shot. I think this is going to be a good year for the Leafs. I don't know. I think they're gonna get to the Stanley Cup final. That's what I'm calling.
All right, Stanley Cup final. What do you think?
Semis.
Semis. All right. I don't know. I don't love when my team has a lot of hype around them. I'd rather them be an underdog. I feel like whenever you're a favorite, you have a lot more pressure on you. But honestly, like the Las Vegas Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup final last year, and I honestly couldn't name 5 players on their team. So because that happened, I'm going to say that the Leafs win the Stanley Cup this year. We'll see.
I like it. You're ready to hear from I kind of agree with you. I think the Golden Knights are taking a step back this year. I think that they had such a huge home ice advantage because everyone would go to Vegas for the first time and party the night before and then come to the rink and just be sluggish. But now, since they got that reputation, I think teams going back there this year will be a little more wary of that, party less, and focus on hockey more. So I feel like they're going to drop down.
I think you're right. I think Claire the Third is saying back-to-back. Honestly, I think Washington obviously still has a great shot. I think Pittsburgh obviously has a great shot. I think Edmonton's going to surprise a lot of people. They've been garbage for so long, but Connor McDavid is way too good for that to be held down for so long. Like they're going to the playoffs this year, in my opinion. That's my prediction. That's my sleeper pick. They might surprise some people. They might be next year's Vegas or this year's Vegas.
Contenders?
I don't know about contenders, but they'll surprise people for sure. They're gonna go round 1 at least, if not round 2. Peter White saying they have to get by Tampa Bay, and that's a tough feat, man. Tampa Bay has probably one of the best defensive cores in the league. Like they're that good. Nashville's probably the best defense in the league, but Tampa Bay's up there.
How about Boston?
Boston, honestly, like I don't know how they did what they did last year. I don't know how they got past us. Like it didn't make sense to me. Like I feel like we're better than them. I feel like we were better than them. I just feel like Marchand was in their head.
We always have trouble.
Yeah. So we'll see. Danny is saying, "Let's go Devils." Richie Z's jumping in finally. What's up, brother? Missed you. You missed a pretty intense live over here. We broke down what you guys should be spending your money on when it comes to Macallan editions.
If you can get it.
If you can get it. I mean, the edition 1 is pretty much unattainable.
But there was one earlier that said they could get the edition number 2, which is readily available here, right?
That's true. Well, actually, it's sold out here now.
What is it?
It's sold out here now. There are some places I know where you can get it, but it's sold out here. So. Said missed all you guys and gals. I don't think, honestly, like my channel is dropping in female viewership. I literally think it's at 0%. Like I don't think there's a single female that watches this show. I don't think any. Tell Insectica that we need her to start watching my channel a little bit more.
I know why you lost all your female subs. I mean, that's not.
Why? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, is it because of the hashtag pound me too?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Sure.
What's the other one? Wearing the female shirts? Whoa, I missed it. What is it? Packers in the Super Bowl. Claire the Third is saying that the Packers are going to go to the Super Bowl. Interesting. Andrew is saying, are there any Toronto whiskey females you could have as guests? There are a couple. I've had a couple. They're more ambassadors, though. There's Beth Havers that I've had. Jamie Johnson. That's it. I don't think there's too many more that would be. I know a couple from LA that might be interested, so we'll see. Stay tuned.
You guys ever follow Whiskey Bitch, her channel? Amy, is that her name?
I've watched her channel in the past when there's certain whiskeys that she's reviewing that I'm very interested in, but is she still going? Does she still do it?
I don't think she's posted in like over a year, but I used to watch her channel a lot.
Go Habs is saying shirtless Quig as a guest equals more females. You're probably right, Glabs. And then Loch Ness is saying, funny there's no women viewers since you wear their shirts. I know, right? Like, I'm advertising for them, so you would think.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That little bit of misogyny that just like creeps out of you here and there. That's how you get all those unsubs.
No, I'm wearing women's shirts. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm wearing women's shirts, so I'm advertising for them.
No, you're saying that you're wearing a tight shirt so women will like you.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. He's saying, okay, so let's get this straight before we move on, because I am not misogynistic at all. Loch Ness said, Whiskey in the Six. Funny, there's no women viewers since you wear their shirts. I wear women's shirts is what he's trying to say. So I advertise for women's shirts. Get it? And I agree with Loch Ness. Not with you, Jeremy. Okay. I'm not repeating that because apparently I'm being misogynistic. Oh man. Well, it's been a blast like usual. You guys are all awesome. Jeremy, why don't you tell them where they can find you?
Here, I'll just type my name in. You can subscribe to my channel. I just did a review on the Macallan Cask Strength versus the Macallan Classic Cut. That's going to be edited and up tomorrow, so you can check that out. But yeah, it's been great. Like, the channel's doing well. Everyone's commenting. A lot of good support, so I'm happy so far. And yeah, if you haven't subbed so far, subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys definitely should subscribe. My buddy Paul, thank you very much for joining me tonight. He's getting really involved in the whiskey community over here, so we'll see. I might need to make some hires, and Paulo's definitely in mind. So see, he does a good job of administration. So Sky Talon is saying hashtag me too, Rob. Hashtag me too. Whiskey Throttle, you're too young to watch the bitch. Yeah, no, I've watched her a few times, but whatever. Anyway, that's it. All right, let's call it. You guys, thank you very much for joining. This Highland Park 21 was pretty spectacular. Yeah, Jeremy, you're wrong. This is great. This is better than the 18. I think.
All right, cheers, guys. Have a good one, eh?
Cheers.
And Claire, they're saying pound me too. We'll leave on that. Cheers, guys. Take care.